We have multiple leading measures of the real estate market down 30+% in the month of December here in Denver Metro. This is Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group, and today we're unpacking the December 2022 year-end market stats. We're looking at month-over-month measures of what's happening in the Denver Metro real estate market. We're looking at leading and lagging measures that are going to tell us where we're currently at and where we're likely to go in the future, both near-term, long-term future. And when I say Denver Metro, we're talking about Adams, Arapahoe, Boulder, Broomfield, Denver, Douglas, and Jeffco. So 7-county area. And as I mentioned at the start of this video, there are 3 key metrics that are down more than 33% in December compared to even November. And that's not a big time difference, November 2022 versus December 2022. So I'm going to go through these numbers, and I've been asked by a bunch of people to unpack them a little bit more, put some context behind them versus just rattling off the figures. So I'm going to do that after we have a chance to review the actual numbers. So I'm going to kick things off with the metrics that are down significantly in December 2022 as compared to November. New residential properties hit the market in the month of December was down 37%. Only 1,859 properties in that 7-county area hit the market in December. So that's down again 37% from November. And November was down 30% from October. And October was down 29% from September. In the month of September, almost 6,000 homes hit the market. In the month of December, less than 1,900 homes hit the market in Denver Metro. That is astounding and speaks to you, again, how underserved our market is. I'll unpack all that later. Again, let's go through the numbers first. Available inventory down 33%. Available inventory down 33%. So what is out there on the market for somebody to purchase is only 2/3 that of what they could have purchased in November. So as of January 1st, when we looked at the numbers, there were less than 5,100 homes, 5,044 to be exact, available in that 7-county area. Now that's all types of real estate, residential real estate, so single-family homes, condos, townhomes, duplexes, everything's inclusive of that 5,044. Now to put that in perspective, a quote-unquote normal market in Denver Metro sees about 20,000 active listings. So that's a balanced market where you have equal supply and demand, 20,000 active listings. We are 1/4 of that as of January 1st this year, 2023. Happy 2023, by the way. New sales contracts, number of properties that went under contract in December, down 36%. Less than 2,500 homes went under contract, 2,488 to be exact. The previous month, November, which was also slower than the rest of the year, 3,883. So that's a big activity recession when you see 36% less homes go under contract in December versus November. And November was down 10% from October. October was down 12% from September. September was down 15% from August. August, we saw 57 homes. That's not very many. 5,700 plus homes go under contract. And again, less than 2,500 homes went under contract in December. So those are the 3 biggest movers, biggest droppers, however we want to look at it. And some of the other numbers. Just real quickly, the average and median days on market. Now, this is looking at what went under contract in December. That's going to be the freshest data to give us a sample size of average and median days on market, up 11 and 26% respectively. So average days on market, 52, median days on market, 39. Number of closed sales down 5% in December versus November. November was down 19%. October was down 17%. And September was actually up a little bit. So 3 straight months of closed sales activity drop. This is significant because December is usually the 3rd or 4th maybe 5th busiest closing month of the year. Average price down 3% in December. So we're taking a look at everything that closed just in the month of December. That takes us below 650,000 in the metro area for an average price for the first time in several years. 649,227 to be exact. Median price is always much lower than the average price because average, we'll take into account, much bigger sales drawing that average up. Median price down 1%, went from 565 to 560 in the month of December. The sold price to list price ratio, this tells us the delta or the spread between what a seller is asking and what a buyer ultimately buys for, remained the same at 98.3%. And that essentially is the snapshot of the 8 or 9 metrics that we're looking at, both, again, leading and lagging measures. So, for context, because this is, again, what people are looking for, how does this help them? How does this hurt them? Let's take a look at it from the perspective of both the buyer and the seller. And let's talk about, briefly, let's talk about each one of these individually. So when average and median days on market go up, that's a good sign for a buyer, especially when that trend line is going up, because that's when you can start taking a little bit more advantage of longer market times in terms of where your offer kicks off. Put it this way. A seller in 2021, 2020, early 2022, their average days on market was like 4, maybe measured in minutes, not even days. So they're used to this quick market time. And then when they see that number go up and up and up and up, some of them are going to start hitting the panic button a little sooner. That's when you see price reductions. That's when you see accepted offers less than asking price. So if you are a buyer, that's typically can be a good sign. Now, of course, every seller is case by case. When you're a seller, you want to know that information, and you want to know that specifically for your direct market, your neighborhood, so that when you do put your home on the market, you're watching where the average days on market trend lines are at the time, and you don't want to exceed that, right? Because if, let's say the average is 52, let's say it's 52 in your neighborhood as well. When you're on the market 60, 75, 90 days, well, guess what? Buyers are going to start to wonder, what's wrong? They may assume it's overpriced. They may assume something's wrong with it. They may never even, you might never even know that they're taking a look at it online and passing. So you got to mind those days on market, and you have to react to what the market's telling you. Now, when it comes to new listings, available homes, and new contracts significantly dropping, I can look at that in several different ways. New listings dropping 37% in an already suppressed supplied market. If you're a buyer, obviously that's not great. If you're a seller, we'll talk about that here in a minute. For a buyer, your available inventory, again, was just over 5,000 homes as of January 1st, 2023. Again, a normal supplied market has about 20,000 homes. Now, granted, in today's high price and high interest rate environment, the number of buyers out there is going to be less than, say, a normal market. Yet, for the savvy seller who prices a home correctly, has a good pricing and promotion strategy, there's still multiple offers happening at all price points because of this undersupplied market. So if you're a buyer, maybe take notice of the ones that have been on the market for longer than that average. Look for the ones that have been on for 75, 90, 120 days or longer, and just go fishing. Throw offers out there. See what happens. Don't assume that, there's something wrong with the house. Just maybe make the assumption that that seller's agent hasn't correctly educated them on market conditions. Now, if you are a seller in today's market, as I kind of alluded to, your pricing strategy has everything to do with the success of your sale. Think about it this way. Buyers have pricing parameters, right? Buyers look up to a specific price. Let's say a buyer comes to me and says, hey, Sean, I want to know everything in Highlands Ranch between $600 and $750. All right. Well, I'm going to ask, hey, do you want to look above that just in case there are sellers who are willing to come down to that? They may say yes, they may say no. Let's assume they say no. Okay, here's your search, 6 to 750. Anybody who's priced at 750 and change, 755, 750,001, that home is not going to show up on that search. So again, if you are selling in that environment, or excuse me, in this environment that we are currently in, just be mindful of your competitors, how they approach a pricing strategy, what their marketing looks like. Make sure you're winning the price war and the beauty pageant. And again, you may get multiple offers in this environment because it is undersupplied. Okay, new purchase contracts. This one's pretty obvious if you're a seller. That's not awesome. That just means there's obviously less buyers out in the marketplace. If you are a buyer, maybe that allows you to take advantage of potentially lower offers, asking for more credits or closing cost assistance because there are less of you out there. So if you're a buyer who is ready, willing, and able, meaning you can buy now, you want to buy now, you can buy now, you have the financial wherewithal to buy now, and the ability to do so, you are in a golden seat right now. Just know that. Okay, closed sales down 5%. That kind of goes back to the reduction in pending sales. I suspect that number is going to be much, much lower next month because of the huge drop in pending sales. There's always that month to month and a half lag time. Price. If you're a buyer or seller, you can't do anything about the price. The price is the price. Buyers don't dictate the price. Sellers don't dictate the price. The dynamic between the two dictates the price. The market, if you will, quote unquote, market dictates the price. Sellers can't pick a price. You can only pick what pricing strategy you want to use. So that is what it is. Again, that's a pretty good drop. 3% average. I'm going to take that with a grain of salt because that's, the, what was it? 3,000-ish homes that closed in November versus the 3,000-ish that closed in December. The average of those. The median dropped 1%. So again, that's nothing to shake a stick at. That's still a pretty good sized drop there. So if you're a seller, obviously that trend line is down. If you're looking at moving sometime, let's say first quarter, second quarter, or sometime this year, and you're all about timing it out, first of all, let's talk because odds are you're buying and selling in the same exact market anyways, so the timing doesn't matter at all. But if let's say you're selling, going to rent somewhere, waiting out this market, maybe buying down the line, sooner might be your play versus later, just because of the trend lines and all of this leading data, these leading indicators, pointing in the wrong direction for you. If you are a buyer, maybe there's an advantage to waiting, especially in this interest rate environment. We've seen interest rates go from, obviously the threes that we started 2022 in, up to sevens in September and in October, back to sixes, almost fives, back up to mid sixes, now back down right now low sixes as we record this. And as we get, closer and closer and closer or further into maybe a recession, watch interest rates, watch them. We'll just say that. There's never been a recession where interest rates go up. So keep an eye on that. There may be an advantage to waiting it out, getting a better interest rate, and watching these price decline trends continue. Now, I would argue that when interest rates go down, let's say 5.5, probably kind of the sweet spot, that may kind of kickstart the activity, which could push prices up more. If it's me, I would rather pay less for a home and pay the higher interest rate because that you can refinance that. You can't go back in time and pay less for the home than you did. So which is crazy because all the people who were just waving checkbooks around to buy homes in the first quarter of 2022, engaging in multiple offers, giving away their firstborn just to get that interest rate. You had so much vigor in that market to pay $100,000 more than what you pay today. And people are just like shy to go buy a home. Doesn't make any sense to me. Buyer's market means it favors the buyers. Anywho, I hope this was helpful. Again, I wanted to unpack the data a little bit more and kind of just talk about both sides of the ball, the pros, cons, benefits to both. This is a macro level look. This takes a look at, again, a 7-county area in Denver Metro. If you're looking for more data on your specific market, your town, your neighborhood, your house specifically, reach out. That's what we're here for. I geek out over these numbers. I look forward to the first of the month every month just to put these numbers together. Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group, and we will see you in, to think about that, February. See you then. Happy New Year. And as I record this, it's National Championship night. So go Dogs, go Frogs, whoever you pull for. We'll see you.